and welcome back to more Hat in Time. Last time we started our exploration of Mafia Town and also unlocked the Golden Vault. This time apparently we're heating up Mafia Town. It is definitely heated up based on the amount of fire and flames in this portrait. Yep, that's not good.
Look at mess. This is terrible. Someone turn on all faucets in Mafia Town. Same faucets that control the town volcano. Was it you, child? No? Mafia think he saw a little girl turn on all faucets. Little hat kid, can you save Mafia Town by turning off all faucets? If you close all, maybe water start flowing again.
Okay, so, well, it suits our interests to help the Mafia despite trying to take them down, just like, 2 videos ago. Just hit them 3 times, and they lock in place. So, just rinse and repeat. This is a pretty nice song. Gives me like shifting Sandland vibes from Super Mario 64, so I like it. Every faucet is a checkpoint, which is lovely. This game has copious checkpoints, which makes me happy. And honestly, this is a pretty elaborate post-chapter act. Obviously, if you have the power-up to use those little hooks, or little rings actually, we would have a much easier time with this, but we do not, so we have to actually kind of brute force our way through here. So the little orbs that we break will have a trail of pawns that if you collect all of them, you just get like confetti, occasionally like a yarn ball or something, like the staircase a couple parts ago, probably last part. Mafia of Cooks, #1 in everything. Ow. Swimming in lava, that does not sound pleasant. But yeah, this is just very Super Mario Sunshine a little bit. It kinda reminds me a little bit of the one Pianta Village chapter, chapter 3 of Pianta Village, or Act 3, using this game's terminology, where everything is, the floor is literally lava basically. So, and this is kind of the same principle, but again, this game is heavily inspired by a couple games, most notably, a lot of 3D collectathons, like Super Mario Sunshine, 64, Banjo, and also, oddly enough, and I haven't talked about this before now, Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door. Now, we won't really get into that until next chapter. The next 2 chapters actually have homages to Thousand Year Door, which I'm totally into because I actually really like Thousand Year Door still. It's my favorite game, as I've said numerous times on the internet. And again, it's partly because 1, it's a legitimately good game, and 2, it's just got a lot of I have a lot of personal history with Thousand Year Door that makes it even more memorable. And ironically, when I actually did a Let's Play of it back in 2015, I'm pretty sure I forgot to bring up most of that. So, oops. I kind of forgot to talk about my history with the game. So I've always thought about possibly redoing it, but I'm waiting to see if they, like, surprise everybody at E3 and make a Thousand Year Door remake or something. I don't think it's gonna happen, but hey, if it happens, I'll definitely be covering that on this channel, because I absolutely love that game. In terms of other little quirks of this game, I do think it does a good job of making a very streamlined platformer. other than occasionally needing to grind for pawns or yarn for hats, you don't need to do a ton of like replaying of levels.
Bye.
You occasionally will have to replay a level just to enter a rift, but in terms of actually like redoing the exact same objective, you don't even need to do that, because if you, as you saw with the rift token in part 3, I want to say, if we go back to the hub, it saves our progress, which is actually really nice. And also kind of annoying if you're making a let's play. It's one of those sort of double-edged swords where it's like, it's a great thing if you're just playing normally, but if you're doing a let's play, it's a little bit annoying having the game save. So, we stopped the lava flow. That doesn't mean it's gonna take a while. It doesn't mean it won't take a while for everything to cool off here because lava. But we still got a timepiece for our efforts. What does that say? Oh no. Yikes. I never noticed that before. You know something new every day with this game. There are a lot of little details that you might actually miss on your first time through, so it's kind of nice playing it a lot. And I've obviously played it quite a bit since it came out in December. This is my 5th playthrough. That's kind of ridiculous. So it's gonna keep showing us that telescope, but we're gonna ignore that for now, because we have the time rifts now to deal with. We should unlock another one here. Yep, there we go. Now, Act 5 we can't do until the end of the game. I'm not even kidding. So we're gonna enter the Golden Vault once more, because this is the best free roam level. There's no story cutscenes interrupting your progress. There's no real major threats like, you know, lava covering the entire town. So this is just a good level to do this in. Gonna ignore the vault, and I'm trying to reorient, like, my mind. Like, where am I? I think we need to go down here somewhere. Yeah, down here. So, the one we just unlocked is right here. And again, if you didn't think this game was inspired by Super Mario Sunshine, then you're gonna believe it after this level. This is our first time rift. Time rifts are pure platforming challenges. Most of them aren't that bad. As a whole, this game isn't that bad, really. It's actually pretty easy, and I don't have to say that as a negative. I find it very leisurely, and that's actually a compliment. I don't mean to be like, oh wow, this game is slow, or boring because of how easy it is. It actually strikes a pretty good balance of difficulty, where it's easy, but it's still just fun, charming, enjoyable, and so on. We got a cycle here, so let's try to make it. So yeah, we got a spinning block. That's totally Super Mario Sunshine, right? That's my thought, at least. So we have a new mechanic, a roulette. We have 3 chances to get what we want, and we didn't get what I wanted. But interestingly, you get different colors, you get different special hats for your main core hats. You have special soundtracks as well that are remixes of the existing songs, so it's pretty cool. This one is obviously kind of Wario based, based on the pink and yellow. I almost said orange for a moment, but it's actually pink and yellow. And yeah, we're just gonna take care of the other blue time rift, and we're gonna save the purple one for later. So that's probably sounds of packing if you hear that. Tape. I am recording this, this is a good time to talk about this. I'm recording this while in the process of my family moving out of state. So, needless to say, I'm trying to get as much done as I can, and that's what part of the reason why I'm playing this game, because it's pretty short and to the point, and you can just kind of do a lot of really short videos where you actually get a lot done. So it's just a good game to do right now. It's short. I don't want to start the big project, and that's another thing I should probably have mentioned sooner. Is the big project is still in the works. It's just, as the name implies, big. So I kind of put it on hold until after moving, and I feel like that's totally understandable. What is this? I never noticed this before. Looks like I should be able to talk to him, but I can't. But yeah, I've never actually noticed that before. Black market. Huh. That's weird. I wonder what that's for. Also, the river flows up, which makes no sense, but it makes sense with all the timepieces. That time is a little messed up at the moment. Flow of the universe. Haha. Flow of time. But yeah, that's where our second blue time rift is, and each one has a name. Like, this is the sewers time rift. And yeah, these are just platforming challenges. Got spinning gears, we got all sorts of moving platforms. By the way, the little lamps tend to indicate checkpoints within time rifts, so if you're wondering what those were for. There's like a tower back there. These are just really cool levels, and what was I gonna say? I do appreciate these just being very, just basic, straightforward platforming, no frills kind of challenges. It's kind of a nice change of pace from the sort of more open world stuff. Though I don't know if this game was actually open world or if it would be more sandbox. I think it'd be more sandbox, personally. I get the terms mixed up all the time, so if I mess that up, feel free to leave a comment saying that I messed it up. And that is our second and last blue time rift of the Mafia Town section. That is a replacement for the sprint hat. We've got a different replacement for the sprint hat. There's one in particular I want, and I'm probably not going to be able to get it because reasons. But we have another mechanic to show off, actually. Yeah, I know there's something in there. Patience game. If we break these over here, we unlock the orb machine. So if we use 3 rift tokens, that's what they're for, we actually can spin the wheel again. I wanted the hat right above the green, so I'm a little sad I did not get that. Meh. It's a hat with a little bow, so it's a little bit fancier. That's the only difference. So, that's all we can do in Chapter 1 for now, except the purple time rift, but I am opting to actually save that for later, once we finish the chapter for real, including Act 5. So we're just gonna do the, next hub-based time rift, which is in the gallery. She had a cookie in her mouth, I just noticed. I never noticed that before. But this is actually a hard one, comparably, because you have to do some homing attacks and some awkward maneuvering around certain platforms. Like, I've tried, you cannot wall jump up the left side, so you do have to go around the right side. Like that. We need the magic hat, so I should probably have that equipped instead of, the sprint hat, which I actually never use. I only use the sprint hat in one chapter, and it's mandatory. So, yeah, I'm definitely good at this game. Obviously, you need the brewing hat to get past the barrels and crates just to get in here, so there's no fear of you not having it for the actual challenge. I find it helps to double jump again and then try to do the homing attack dive thing again, because I find it a little bit unresponsive sometimes with chaining the attack. But that is the gallery, so we have another chance at the roulette. Let's see if I can get what I want. I actually want that one. Captain of the Sea. It's like dark blue and white, which works for me. This is another color I usually go with, but this is one I often stick with for most of the game. So yeah, I don't know, these are just two colors I enjoy, so that's why I go with them. And on that note, let's unlock this. The chapter Subcon Force is now available. So, let's recap. We saved Mafia Town from Mustache Girl, did all the time rifts we could, except the purple one. I should just say blue time rift so there's no confusion. And we're about a fourth of the way through, so not too shabby. So on this note, thank you for watching, and I hope you join me next time for more Hat in Time.